Have you ever heard of a month being treated like royalty? Well, in Turkey, that's exactly what happens during Ramadan. We're going to dive into the unique traditions that make this month so special that it's actually called the Sultan of 11 months. It's a pretty amazing experience.
So that's the big question, right? Why this Sultan of 11 months? What gives this single month such a grand royal status over all the others? Let's get into it. And the answer lies in this absolutely beautiful Turkish phrase, "On bir ayın sultani." You know, it's so much more than just a name. It really captures a feeling. For people in Turkey, Ramadan isn't just another box on the calendar. It's a majestic, spiritually charged period that just outshines everything else. So, when this Sultan arrives, what does that actually look and feel like? Let's explore how Turkey rolls out the red carpet for this month of light and blessing. As soon as Ramadan begins, the entire country just transforms. Seriously, the air crackles with this incredible sense of anticipation. You'll see historic mosques glowing against the night sky, and the streets just come alive with a festive energy that you can literally feel. And one of the most beautiful and totally unique traditions is something called Mahya. It's this amazing art form that goes all the way back to the Ottoman era. They string these huge, illuminated messages between the minarets of mosques, and the result is just a breathtaking spectacle in the night sky. Just imagine looking up at a grand, historic mosque and seeing this message glowing in the dark. Welcome, O month of Ramadan. These beautiful messages of welcome and blessing become a signature part of the city's landscape, a constant, glowing reminder of this special month. Okay, now we have to talk about the food. Because really, the whole daily rhythm of Ramadan is built around two very special, very different meals, the big evening feast of Iftar and the quiet pre-dawn meal of Suhoor. First up is Iftar. This is the moment the sun finally sets and the day's fast is broken. But, you know, it's so much more than just a meal. It's this joyful celebration of togetherness, a time to share amazing food and a sense of gratitude with family, with friends, and with the whole community. A traditional iftar has this really beautiful structured flow to it. You start gently with dates and water. That's a classic way to get a quick boost of energy after a long day of fasting. Then comes a warm, comforting soup, followed by the hearty main dishes, and of course it always ends with something sweet and delicious. And here are some of the absolute stars of the iftar table. You've got to see this bread, the special Ramazan Pidesi. It's this warm, soft flatbread that people will literally line up for just before sunset. Then you've got iconic main dishes like Iskender kebabi, but the real quintessential dessert is Güllaç. It's this light, milky pastry with pomegranate seeds that's the true taste of Ramadan in Turkey. And it's perfect because it's not too heavy. So, if Iftar is this grand communal celebration, Suhoor is its quiet, intimate counterpart. While Iftar is a lively, often public affair, Suhoor is a peaceful, family-focused meal eaten in the calm of the pre-dawn hours. The food's lighter, for sure, but it's just as crucial for providing the energy for the day ahead. But wait a minute. How do you wake up for a pre-dawn meal without setting a million alarms? Well, in a lot of neighborhoods, a tradition from centuries ago is still very much alive, its sound echoing through the quiet, sleeping streets. It's the Ramadan drummer. These drummers actually walk through the streets, and their rhythmic beat acts as this wonderful communal wake-up call for Suhoor. Once everyone's up, families gather for a simple but nourishing meal. Think cheese, olives, eggs, and plenty of strong Turkish tea. But, you know, Ramadan is about so much more than just food. It's a profound time for faith and for community. So let's dive into the spiritual and social heart of this really special month. This is a month of deep devotion. After Iftar, historic mosques like the Blue Mosque and Hagia Sophia are just filled with the sound of special nightly prayers called Tarawih. These are long, communal prayers that only happen during Ramadan, and they create this incredibly powerful, unifying atmosphere. But that spiritual feeling also spills out onto the streets, with huge communal iftars where thousands of people from all walks of life share a meal together. And get this, in just one Ramadan, the city of Istanbul serves about 1.5 million free iftar meals. Just think about that. That's community and charity on an absolutely incredible scale. Another really beautiful tradition is the erzak paketi.
These are basically food baskets filled with staples like flour, sugar, and oil, and they're given to families in need so that absolutely everyone can observe Ramadan with dignity and without worry.
So, after a whole month of fasting, prayer, and charity, how does the Sultan's reign end? Well, it doesn't just fade away. It goes out with a bang, with a massive, joyful celebration. This celebration is officially called Ramazan Bayrami, but ask anyone and they'll know it as Sheker Bayrami, the Festival of Sweets. It's a time for pure joy, for family, and, you guessed it, for tons and tons of delicious treats.
The 3-day festival is this fantastic whirlwind of activity. It all kicks off with special morning prayers, and then it's all about visiting family, especially paying respects to the elders. Everybody's dressed in their finest new clothes, and for the kids, well, it's the best time of the year. A time for gifts, money, and lots of candy. So you see, the reign of the Sultan of 11 months doesn't just come to a stop. It culminates in this grand finale, a joyful festival that celebrates community, family, and the simple sweetness of life. From the glowing mosques and shared meals all the way to the sweet festivals, Ramadan in Turkey is just this beautiful reminder of how tradition can make a time of year feel truly magical. It really makes you think, what traditions in our own lives have that same kind of power?